Nearly half of all creators earned $500 last year in a $250 billion industry. I'm gonna let you sit with that for a minute. If you've ever been working, posting, showing up, and nothing is moving, it is not because you are not doing enough. Because that number is doing something very important. It's showing us that the creator economy is not a meritocracy of effort. It's not even a meritocracy of talent. So if you're a founder, a builder, a business owner, just working on a creative project right now, there is a clarity problem there, and most people don't even know which one they're missing. I'm gonna show you what it's been costing you in ways you probably haven't even named yet. But first, I need to tell you something, and this may be a little uncomfortable. If you are employed and using your expertise to share your point of view to stay top of mind, you're in it. If you're building a business online, you're in it. If you're a founder using content to grow your business, you're in it. You're already in it. You are already in the creator economy right now. Not aspirational, not maybe, right now. So the question isn't whether you're participating. The question is whether you're participating on purpose and intentional, or you're just getting swept up in the current. And I want to hold your hand for this. And I'm going to say this with all the love in the world. A lot of us are just creating a lot of expensive noise. So I want to show you 3 specific versions of this. 3 women I see right now who are all losing momentum, money, and energy, all for the same reason. And I know we think we're all perfect over here, but I want you to try to find yourself in at least one of them. Okay, so before we get into it, I want you to drop me a comment right now. So who do you think you are? Are you the business owner? Are you the creator? Or are you the woman who is like an expertise, a baddie at what she does, but you're not so good at showing up online? And trust me, I'll come back to this at the end. So let's talk about what unclear actually looks like, because it is not abstract and I actually see it every day. So the first woman is the business baddie, the business owner, but she accidentally becomes an influencer. Okay, so our business baddie is posting consistently, she is staying consistent, and she is trying to be visible. But somewhere along the way, she's lost the plot. Her content became the focus, not her business. So now she's optimizing for reach instead of revenue, likes instead of leads, and consistency instead of conversion. And our business baddie is tired. She's working incredibly hard, but she's working hard at the wrong things that aren't actually moving the needle forward for her. She's producing volume without a clear direction. And volume without direction is just burnout with better lighting. So our second woman has the exact opposite problem. She has the attention, she has the audience, and she has the engagement. Let's call her the vibey creator. But she has no defined structure underneath of all this. She has no clear offer and no defined pathway. So her audience just sits there. They are warm, they are engaged, but like nothing happens. So remember the number that I opened up with? Nearly half of all creators earned less than $500 last year. That is not an attention problem. That's really a clarity issue. Okay, so our third woman is the one who's doing incredibly well, just offline. She puts the X in excellent. Does that make sense? But she is capable, she's smart, and most importantly, she's completely invisible because she's offline. Okay, and we know this is not because this woman doesn't have anything to say. It's because she hasn't taken the time to get clear on how she wants to be seen and perceived online. So, all 3 of these women are losing something, and they all have the exact same problem underneath of this all. So, I'll show you that in a second, but let me show you what your own community data said, because that part, that stopped me in my tracks. So I run a quiz called Less Chaos, More Clarity, and I've been digging through the results a little bit lately. So it says 62% of the women who took it said they are craving expansion right now, but almost just as many said that their current pace is unsustainable. So that's a major contradiction right now. It means that you're not afraid of doing more, you're just afraid of choosing what actually matters. I've been there, trust me. So instead of choosing, you do everything. Trying to be on every platform, you're producing content constantly. Okay, hear me. Unclear people do not rest. They just keep moving in different directions. You just keep moving because stopping feels scarier than burnout. I want you to write this down. No, really, like take out your phone, take out your pen and paper. I do not need more content. I need a clear message. I need a specific audience and I need a defined offer. I'm a huge fan of the queen, Toni Morrison, and there's something that she said that keeps coming to mind when I think about this situation. If you have power, then your job is to empower someone else. And I love that, but I just want to update it for where we're at right now. If you have attention, your job is to do something useful with it. Because, like it or not, attention is power, and clarity is what tells that attention where to go. And without it, bestie, you are just visible, but not effective. That's it. It can really be that simple because everything else is just noise. And trust me, you are paying for it with your nervous system. And like, girl, when you are unclear about your message, you are making people work hard just to understand you and support you or purchase from you. When you're unclear about your offer, people need to second guess on how to even pay you. They want to give you your coin, they just don't know how to. And I want to say, probably most importantly, when you are unclear about your own direction, you are just spinning yourself in circles. And that is exhausting. And in a moment like this, where there is so much access, there is so much infrastructure, and there's so much possibility, I'm letting you know now that is very expensive what you're doing. Okay, so let's get ready for a little story time. I want to tell you about a woman who I was working with recently, and she was living between all three of those women that I just described. And what happened in 90 minutes changed the whole trajectory of her business. So this one's really important. So she had been building online for years, just a brilliant, brilliant creative. And she wanted to start a design agency. She was posting online, she was engaging with her community, and she was showing up. But she also was trying to be on like all the platforms that seemed promising as she was building this business. And she told me that every time she sat down to start create content, she started to feel this like low grade level of anxiety building up, but she couldn't quite name it and didn't know why. So every time someone asked her what she did, her answers kind of slightly varied depending on who was asking, because she had a lot of different offerings and a lot of different services because she kind of considered herself a Swiss Army knife. So she had so many different gifts, so many different skill sets, and over time she created a lot of different offers to match that. And when you hear it, it sounds like, ooh, expansive, like she has a wide variety of things, but really, it's just unclear. And it started to become when other people came across her work, they didn't actually know what she was known for. And the thing is, when people have to think too hard, they just move on. So instead of her feeling like confident when she was posting about her work, she always hesitated, delayed, tweaked things just a little too long, sometimes not even posting at all. So she came into the Clarity Reset thinking she had a content problem, when what she actually had was a clarity problem. So like, no wonder she was exhausted playing mental gymnastics with all her offers. So in 90 minutes, we simplified everything. Like, we stripped it back to what actually mattered. We got clear on what she does, who she's for, and what transformation that she can actually provide somebody. We cleaned up her offers, we made sure there was clear deliverables and a clear promise, and we talked about the operational side of things too. So like how to structure her work so she was doing the right things in the right order instead of creating content all day for everything. Y'all, within 48 hours, I'm telling you, this girl had rewritten her bio, restructured her offers, and she even reached out to warm leads she has been sitting on for months because she was nervous. One of those conversations turned into a client the next week. Okay, so we're mad excited for her for that, right? But here's the part that people don't see, because clarity isn't just like a strategic shift, it's a nervous system shift as well. There was this moment where she was second guessing the offer or the proposal that she was gonna send, and it really was like just old patterns, old hesitation, just being stuck in that delay, not sure. So she dropped me a voice note in WhatsApp, and I was able to support her through voice notes in real time. So really just grounding her, letting her know that no, you are clear, and we're gonna hold steadfast to the decision that you already made. She sent it, my girl sent it, And that's the one that actually converted the following week. And I'm sharing this because most people don't need more information. They need support to help them become the version of themselves that actually moves forward with things. The creator economy doesn't reward the loudest voices, it rewards the clearest ones. And right now, clarity is your competitive advantage. She is not scrolling forever, and she's gonna choose the clearest person she could find. The decision you keep delaying, it isn't neutral and it is not safe. It is costing you money, momentum, and the version of you who already knows what to do. So remember what I asked at the beginning, which woman are you? So go check the comments. I want to see where you landed, because here's the thing. All three of those women have the exact same next step. So you do not need to have everything figured out before you move forward. You just need to get clear enough to take one decided step, and then just let clarity build from there. So clarity isn't just about knowing what to do. It's about becoming someone who can follow through without abandoning herself in the process. That's what helps you build a life you're obsessed with. That's what gives you your life back. It's not doing more. Doing the right things clearly and with support can actually hold the decision for you. Okay, first, if you were unsure about what season you're in, take the clarity quiz. It takes 5 minutes. It gives you real language about where you are, so you can stop second guessing and take those steps forward. And if the quiz confirms what I think it will, and if you are similar to the woman who I described in my story time, the one who's been showing up but things still aren't clicking, I have a few more spots left for my Clarity Reset 101s. It is 90 minutes, real clarity, and you'll walk away with a specific plan designed for your actual life, and you'll get the support to help you follow through with it. And if you want to go deeper on any of these topics, please join me on Substack. I send out a weekly newsletter on Sundays where we dive deeper into these concepts, and every Wednesday I send a tool, a practical tool to your inbox that helps you apply what we learn here, what we discuss here, what we're figuring out to your actual life. So sometimes it's a Asana template, sometimes it's prompts, sometimes it's a workbook, but it is always good, it is always practical, and it's for you. You just need to join and become a subscriber, and you get access to my full library of tools, and you can browse through and use them at your own. The decision you keep delaying is already costing you. The move is the work now, friend. So friends, we are at the end of our session today. If this video motivated you in any way and you found any takeaways, please watch my next video with the delusional audacity that is going to give you the steps to implement what we talked about here. And I will see you next time.